Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good. Today we are here for our third episode of I Have a Question for You. And we have our teacher Longi Daniel. Teacher Longi, be welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gilson. It's a great honor for me to be here.
Okay, that's good. The pleasure is all ours. That's really a big honor to have you here. Well, guys, today we will be discussing a very important topic you really need to understand about, which is the impact of local language, or in other words, how important local language are. So, Teacher Daniel, tell us more about yourself, who you are, what you have been doing, where you are from, and all this information. Our people want to know you and know more details about it.
Okay, Mr. Gilson, once again, thank you so much for
Okay.
this opportunity. Um, my name is Daniel Kinavwit, but most known as Long Daniel. That because of the activities I've been taking into account about the local language. I live in Luanda, concretely in Kazenga, and I currently work at CISAC, where I've been taking the project of teaching local Congo. I'm concretely talking about the Congo language.
Okay, wow, very good. That's really interested. We want to know more about the importance of local languages and more details about this. Well, if you are there watching this episode, please take a seat and watch it carefully. Okay, the first question I have is we are really interested in knowing how important local language are in our culture.
Okay, once again, I have to say this is really a very interesting question, and the topic, oh, it's amazing that local
Sure.
language. I know that it's quite difficult to come across with the people talking about this.
Yes.
I have to say that maybe this may be the first time, and I don't want it to be the last.
Okay.
Well, local languages, if I want to define the importance of local languages, I have to say we have many elements we have to say here, but I won't say all of them. I'm going to mention one which is a really important identity. Okay, because language plays a great impact in somebody's life. That shows the origin, where someone came from. So the skin, of course, can identify us everywhere we go, but language plays a great impact. So for me, what I have to say, it's about the identity. Apart from other elements, I would say, but one which is most important is identity.
Okay. Very good. So we will be specifically talking about Kikongo, right?
Yes.
Do you happen to tell us what are the provinces in Angola that have Kikongo as local language or speak Kikongo?
Yes. The provinces we speak, or where Kikongo is spoken, is Wish, the first.
Yes.
We have Zaire,
Zaire.
and well, I mean Cabinda, but Cabinda is the Congo from Cabinda is mixed. Yeah, we have to say that is one of the variation of the Congo, which is Fiote.
Okay.
Okay, Bengu as well is also in this list. Bengu, there are some parts from Bengu where they speak Kikongo, and there are some areas where they speak Kimbundu.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to say, just to sum up, Wish, Zaire, Bengu, and Cabinda. These are the provinces where Kikongo is spoken.
Okay, very good. So you referred Ouija. Are all the townships in Ouija like they have Kikongo as the most spoken language, local language, or there are other languages as well?
Yeah, we do. Let me say the townships where Kikongo is frequently spoken. Makela do Zombo, Damba, Kimbele, what else? Bembe, I've already said Bembe, Sanza Pombo. So all these townships, they of course they speak Kikongo. But one, I have to say that Kikongo is difficult to see somebody speaking Kikongo, mainly the younger, is Wish, the capital of the province.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Very
quite difficult to come across with people speaking Kikongo in the
So
Wish.
it's where you were born, right?
No. I was not born in Wish. I was born in Makela Township.
Ah, Makela. Wow.
Yeah, that
Very
is the
good.
SARS of Congo. So I have to say the SARS of Congo. Why am I saying the SARS of Congo? Because the Kikongo from Makela, Damba is the most spoken one.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good. So there are some variations, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Talking about variations, we have a lot. If I'm not mistaken, we might have 9 variations of Kikongo.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but listen, all these variation, all these 9, they came from Kikongo of Makela and Damba. Yes.
Really?
Of course. Why am I saying this? At the beginning, I've said that, or a little while, I've said that the Congo spoken in Damba, Makela do Zombo is the most heard Kikongo in the country, I can say. And let me say that the Kikongo from Makela, we have connection with the Zaire. Because someone from Makela and those from Zaire, when they speak, they can understand each other. Yeah. Kikongo from Kimbele, Sanza Pombo, yeah. Buenga. So there are some differences there. When you listen to them speaking, you will notice that these guys from from Kimbele or Buenga.
and where is exactly the difference in pronunciation or vocabularies as well?
Well, as it happens in some other languages, the difference is in the pronunciation
Okay.
and some new expressions insert in the language. Yeah, but how we notice that is because of the pronunciation, the rhythm they speak with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So, would you advise a young to learn local languages or international languages? Like I can see you speak English.
Yes.
Yes. Would you tell people to learn English first or local languages, like Kikongo in this case?
Well, this question is a little bit tricky. Not tricky for me,
Yeah.
to those who are watching. Okay, let me say why. At the beginning, I've said
Yes.
language, mainly local languages, is a matter of identity. Well, learning international language is truly important, mainly English. So, in my point of view, everybody, mainly those who are taking academic careers, it's important to have English because it's not only a language, it has become as a tool, you see, it's a tool. Now, when it comes to local languages is important to learn. It will identify where you came from. People today, many of the young people, they don't just learn local languages, not only Kikongo, okay, not only Kikongo,
Okay.
because Angola is full of local languages.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we know
Congo,
it.
Kimbundu, Chokwe, Umbundo.
Exactly.
What else, bro?
Yeah.
You don't know as well.
Yeah, so many languages. Now, if as you invite me to advise young people just to find out the importance of learning the local languages, one should be easy to know their identity.
Okay.
You see? Because look,
Identity.
today we learn English, as I said. English
Yes.
opens doors.
Yeah.
Now, people don't have reasons why to learn local languages? That's because they've never heard anything about the importance of the local languages. Can
Yeah.
you see? Now, what we have to do is to understand that we were not born without a language. Our bygones, when they came first, they lived, of course, they had languages. They didn't use a gesture to communicate. Of course, they had languages. So it's important. Language will identify you wherever you go.
So I think, bro, just
You already know me.
I have
Welcome, teacher Daniel.
Thank you so much.
The microphone, please.
Thank you, thank you. Thank
That's
you.
the matter of learning our local languages. Okay, so that's always good to have you here.
Thank you.
By the way, that's the first time we are together in person, and that's really good to see you.
It's a great honor to be here.
Well, talking about local languages, I understand that they are our identity, and everybody should learn it, not by obligation, by like their own will.
Yes.
And I have here a question that has been a debate on social media, and it's whether the local languages should be taught in our schools or not. So I want to get your point of view. Do you think our local languages should be taught in schools? And why do you think so, or why not?
Okay. Well, that's a good question, first of all. And second, let me say that, of course, I agree. Local languages, of course, should be taught at schools. Because why that local languages should be taught at school? Local languages are despised. Okay. It's difficult.
What's the meaning of despised?
Yeah, like I'm played down. It's difficult to find.
You made it even more confused.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say something. We refuse. Let me say this.
Okay.
Young people refuse speaking
In local languages. Yeah.
And one of the most important aspects of the local language, to find it interesting, policies should be created. Yeah, because we speak in Portuguese, and sometimes we forget that we really have our own languages. And teaching local language at school should be one of the way of promoting them.
Okay, so we know that in Angola, unfortunately or fortunately, Angola is a very rich country in terms of culture and things like that.
Of course.
And for this very reason, we have so many local languages here. And the question is, if we decide to teach our local languages, we know that wouldn't be possible to teach all of them.
Yes.
Okay. If we decided to start teaching our local language, should we teach all of them? Should we choose? And which should be the criteria that we should use to choose the language that we should teach in schools?
Well, in my point of view, we should pick up the most spoken ones.
And don't you think that this should create another conflict, conflict between Angolans?
No.
Look, because I'm sorry.
No problem.
You, but tell me, what's the most spoken local language in Angola?
The most spoken. I'm not going to say just one. I have to mention at least two. The most spoken is Kikongo and Kimbundo. Yeah,
Kikongo
if I'm
and
not
Kimbundo.
mistaken.
Okay, Kikongo, as we know, that's from the north of Angola.
Yes.
And Kimbundo is from the south of Angola.
Of course.
Of course. And don't you think that people from north, if we decide to teach the Kimbundo in schools, they should
Well,
Feel like they are.
let me just highlight something. When we say teaching the local languages, I've said that we have to teach Kikongo and Kimbundu because are the most spoken ones.
Okay, they should.
But,
We should learn
yeah.
two of them.
Yeah, but there is something hidden. I think each region of the country should take the responsibility of teaching the language of each region. Like Cabinda, they speak Fiot, that is one of the variation of Kikongo.
Congo.
And in the south, if I'm not mistaken, Kwanza Sul, they speak Chokwe. Yeah, maybe that is.
No,
the
that's
language.
they speak in Kwanza Sul. You are going to find people from many areas there. You are going to find the Kimbundu, Umbundo, and you are going to find also Ngoya.
Yes.
Ngoya is also a variation of Kimbundu
Yes.
and Umbundo.
Yeah.
So that's what we call dialect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's something I would like to say. The point is to promote the local languages.
Of course.
And once the purpose is to promote local languages, people they should learn every local languages.
So now, if no, just mention the biggest reason that should make people learn the local languages.
Yeah, identity.
All identity.
Identity, of course. The same reasons we have to learn some other languages. I think when it comes to our local language, should be the identity. Wherever you go,
Okay.
you
and
should be
you-
identified
Good.
by the language you speak. Yeah, and let me just say something which I have been living. I have been teaching Kikongo.
Sure.
And whenever I have a new student, I ask, why did you decide to learn
To learn
Kikongo?
Kikongo. Yeah.
You know, the answer has been always the same. That's because I want to go back to my roots. And going back to my roots is through my language. Yeah. And you know, most of my students are abroad. Yeah, most of my students are abroad, France, Germany, and also United States.
And this is a great point that I would like to mention too. For instance, people in Kwanza Sul, they don't feel like that pride of being from Kwanza Sul.
Yeah.
People from Kwanza Sul in Kwanza Sul. But then when they come here, they feel like, yeah, I'm from Kwanza Sul and
Yeah.
I'm from Kwanza Sul. And this also happens with Angolans in Angola. You see, I think that mainly the younger generation in Angola, they are not caring about our local languages. I don't know why. Probably because they are. This is kind of
Yes.
that's a bit of ignorance. You see, they don't care about our local language because they feel like if they learn their local languages, they are kind of going.
Going
giving
back
a step
yes.
back. You see, giving a step back. But that step, I think, is really important because when you know from where you are coming, you probably are going. You, of course, are going
you
to know.
certainly know where you're going.
You are going.
And you know that's mindset too bad. Yeah, we should not have such mindset. There is something I'm going to say. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. That is slavery.
Slavery.
Slavery. So if we try to say we still living in this, in slavery in Angola. Though the Portuguese they have already gone for a long time,
Yeah.
but we still live it. That is through the language.
Of course.
Yeah, because if you don't know where you came from, that is what you have to say.
That's the culture
If you're
itself, right? That's about the culture
Exactly.
itself. Yeah.
When it comes to culture, involves the language.
Language too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that. So, who creates the policies of a country is the government.
Exactly.
Okay? So, why do you think the government are not creating the policies to teach our local languages?
Yeah, my brother, this question is a little bit tough for me to answer. And if I answer this question, maybe, okay, we're going to receive some reaction from other people, so we not be great. So, what I have to say, the government just doesn't care. Yeah, because we know government is the big sponsor we have, and everything which is promoted by the government is taken into account. For example, to motivate the young people to learn local language is very simple. It just by bringing policies which motivate the young people. For example, if the government say, if you want to apply to the university, no matter the course, you will have a local language in the test, who's not going to learn?
Yeah.
Nobody want to lose the opportunity.
Yeah.
Can you see? So I think the problem of government, of course, government is our boss. Once they decide something, of course, that will be taken into account. But unfortunately, we don't live this reality in our country.
And don't you think that they probably have set to talk about this, but they didn't find a real reason? Because
Well,
when we
if it-
talk about the government,
Yes.
we are talking about a very big organization
Yes.
and with enough responsibilities
Yes.
and also with enough responsible people inside the government or inside the organization. Don't you think that there are also people who really care about that and they have been sitting and talking about that? Or you just
I
feel
don't
like
think
they
so.
don't
It's
care
just a
about
matter
it?
of a matter of interest. Yeah, the government just doesn't get interested to promote local languages. It's been a long. Some years ago, 2 years ago, or maybe last year, I heard that local languages would be just insert in the system that from the primary school the kids would be learning Kikongo. But I don't know, this process, I mean this program wasn't accomplished. I don't know if the kids are already learning local languages in schools. I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah, I
So
don't think
government, just say government should of course bring
policies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. So going back to that issue I mentioned before, that Angolans
Yes.
in Angola, they don't care about our local language.
Yes.
They feel like they learn our local language, they are giving a step back. Okay, and it's kind of arrogance, you see. I just don't learn it because there is no context to learn that. Why should I learn that if I want to know much more about technology, about the worldwide things like that?
Exactly.
So why do you think people think this way? But then when we leave our country, we go to other
Yeah.
no other realities. We get more interested in our local language, our culture. We get more interested in knowing what our Angolan people lived before the slavery and things like that.
Great
Even
point.
Africanity, people living outside, people living abroad, they are more African than us living in Africa.
For
you
real,
see?
for real.
Yeah. Why do you think so?
Well, you've touched such a great point.
Yeah.
Do you know? Let me just highlight the point you've said. Why the Angolan, when they are here, they don't get interested in the local language, but when they go abroad, they get interested.
Yeah.
That's because abroad they give it more value. How? There are some communities, Nigerian, South African, and some other countries around Africa. When they are abroad, they don't talk in their, in the official language. Let's take an example from South African. when they are abroad, a group of South African younger at school, they will speak Zulu. They speak Zulu. And at that, from that point, when the Angolan people see South African talking their local languages, they
They
get
feel
ashamed.
like, yeah.
Our brothers from RDC, when they are abroad, they speak Lingala.
Lingala, yeah.
But Angolan, they are always speaking Portuguese.
Yeah.
So from that point, they really get, come on, what if we go back to our roots?
Yeah.
So this has been the testimony I receive whenever I have a new student.
Good.
Yeah.
And also, something that probably makes that is those how do we call that in English? That's a bit of a tribalismo. That's a I
Yes.
think that's tribalism.
Yeah.
Right, tribalism, something like that. For instance, people here in people coming from another province to Luanda, they give more value to their provinces here in Luanda.
Exactly.
Because here they find groups divided. People from for instance, coming from Bengo, they are very united. People
Yes.
coming from Benguela, very united. People coming from another places of the country, they are united. Then they feel like, no, I should find people from my province too.
Yeah.
And they create these small groups, and they share a little bit more about their province's culture and things like that,
Yeah.
just to feel that they are better than those coming from another part of the
Living
world.
the environment, it's like it's something like out of this world.
Of course. And also when you go outside, I've been watching a lot of American content, mainly content made by African in the United States of America and things like that. African people, they give more value to those who give value to their culture. It's like, if you go to the United States of America, American people, they don't call funge as pap as so
Yeah.
people from South Africa and
Yeah.
Namibia do. They speak fufu. That's because of what?
African
Because of
food.
that's because of what? Because of Nigerian people.
Yes.
Yeah, in Nigeria, funge is fufu. So when Nigerian people go to the United States of America, they take their culture with them. So this is fufu in my country, and this is coming from Africa. So
Yes.
there is no way for this to be called pap. That's not pap.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fufu.
Yeah.
So those people coming from Namibia, from South Africa, when they go there, they say, no, this is stiff pap, just to give the reference that this is a pap, but a bit harder, you see?
Yes.
Yeah, people there give more value to the Nigerian people because they
Yeah.
know that that food is not from the United States of America. It's not from England. That's
Exactly,
from
exactly.
Africa. So
From
the
Africa.
name should be an African name, fufu. Every African in the United States of every American in the United States of America who knows this dish, they call it as fufu.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah.
And a teacher sensible, something which is truly important, we have to know. I may even put my hand on fire that Angola is the unique country in Africa that doesn't give value to their languages.
That doesn't give what?
That doesn't value the local languages.
Yeah, it doesn't give, but
Yeah.
there are many reasons, and one of the biggest is the fact of having a lot of languages. You see,
Yeah.
for instance, if you go to South Africa, South Africa is spoken.
Zulu.
Yeah,
Zulu is spoken in South Africa.
yeah. Zulu is spoken in every part of the country.
Exactly.
Yeah, but in Angola, unfortunately, we don't have a local language, which is understood and spoken.
I prefer saying it's a lack of promotion.
Yeah, lack of promotion, because
promotion,
if we
because-
started working on that before,
Yeah.
probably we should have or Kimbundo or Kikongo as the main one here. Everybody should understand this.
But Kikongo is spoken
Everywhere?
well. For real, in Luanda, for example, you can come across with many people who speak Kikongo.
Kikongo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but what happens, sometimes they don't speak Congo, they hide themselves. They are ashamed, they are afraid of speaking Congo.
Yeah.
Because they are fearing not to be taken as somebody from the bush, you know? Yeah, so, and this has been such a wrong mindset we have been holding so far.
Yeah, because look, if I work here in Kalamba.
Yeah.
And I don't know how people from here are. For instance, if you coming for instance from, let's say from another province, there is a dish which we call those small dried fish. Small dried fish, which we call kabuenya. If you say kabuenya here,
okay,
in Kalamba, they are going to see where somebody who is coming from.
Yeah.
No,
so how do they call it?
They don't call that kabuenya because they don't eat that. For them, that doesn't exist for them. People who eat that for them are poor. But I know many people who are rich and eat that food.
They eat it.
You see?
Yeah.
That's just not your reality.
Yeah.
You shouldn't say that this is only for poor because that's not your reality. You see?
Yeah. So something I would like to say, which is very, very important, is promotion. You have made a question about the government. Yeah, so government, in my point of view, they should create policies. Yeah, because our languages cannot disappear. Because we have more people interested giving the value to the foreign language than our local languages. Foreign languages are important. I've said before, English open doors, French, and some other languages are important, but the matter of identity. So we need to have reasons why we learn a local language. At a promotion, of course, we said the government should do something. So, as is young as well, we should do something too. Because it's difficult to come across with somebody in my age teaching Kikongo. And what is in many people's mind is that Kikongo is for the full grown guys. You see, those who are those who are with those who are with 50, 60 years old, or 70, something like. It means once you speak Congo, you are still like down. You are like you are out of that. You're not that yet. So that is not. So we should get rid of such mindset. We should really wake up and give a value to our local languages. It sounds great when somebody speaks Kikongo. Yeah,
right.
I have a group on WhatsApp which is Nzawiza Kikongo. So whenever we are on debate, you know, you feel different vibration, different vibrations of Kikongo.
Yeah,
and that's something no word to explain.
Yeah, no
words.
Yeah, language. That's why I admire language.
Yeah.
Whenever you learn a new language, whenever you learn a new language, you get into a new reality, a new culture.
Exactly.
Because there are many words that we have in Kikongo that probably we don't have in Portuguese.
Yeah.
You get to understand.
And there are words you've been using in Portuguese.
Yeah.
Comes from Kikongo and from Kimbundu.
Yeah, for sure. There are, for instance, I don't know.
Mambo.
Oh, mambo. Yeah, mambo. Okay. Good. Yeah. So I'm kind of being a little bit more open-minded now. So,
by the way, do you speak any local language?
I speak a little bit Ngoya. That's my my mother tongue.
Oh, great.
Yeah, a bit of Ngoya, but I can understand it fully. Okay. I just can't speak it fluently because I learned it with my grandparents.
Oh, okay.
My grandparents, I lived a period of time with them.
Yes.
And they used to speak Portuguese and Kikongo. I learned that naturally, you see. Yeah, but by the time I've been living another reality, I've been forgetting some expressions and things like that.
My
but when they speak, I can understand.
Okay.
It's just hard for me to remember and speak. You see?
You have to go back to
To
your
go
roots.
back on my roots, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
These were all the questions I have for this part, and yeah, I'll call teacher Justin to keep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Welcome to the second round. Things will be really good, I think. Okay, I could listen to you very carefully while you were speaking about the importance and the policies that we don't have here so that people can promote local languages. But I still think that we get limited when we learn a specific local language. Let's suppose I speak Kikongo. If I go to Ambo, that will be really hard for me to communicate with them because their local language is Umbundu. Yes, I would say that if in case the government approve a policy to have a local language or to implement local languages at school, they should select just one or two. Yeah, if we see people from Lubango, for instance, when they go to Wiz or go to Makela, they will find difficult to use their local language, which is Umbundu. You see, but if we look around the world, a language like English, anywhere I go, I'll be understood by people.
Okay. What can I say? Let me tell you this. Languages, as we have already stated before, we have many languages in our country. But we have those who are more spoken and those who are less spoken. And in terms of learning, I think that each area of the country should be responsible learning or teaching those languages. And in terms of becoming one or two which are official, in my point of view, they should pick up two languages. Previously, there was a news posted that there was a language, I think it's Umbundu, which should be the second official language in the country. Well, that was a kind of like, I don't want to comment a lot about that. But in my point of view, should be two languages. Kikongo as well.
Okay, and
Kikongo
what should
as well.
be the next one?
The next one, Umbundu or Kimbundu. Yeah. Mr. Gelson, I know that you are able to speak more than 2, 3 languages. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, so they are our languages. They really came from our country. I think that you can take a challenge learning almost all of them. Maybe 3 languages. You can learn Kikongo, Kimbundu, and also Kimbundu, right? Kimbundu.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
But another problem is that places or sources. Let me break it down. Like that was really easy for me to learn Spanish because when I go on internet, I found Spanish content.
Yes.
Yeah, we have lots of Spanish content creator, English content creator as well. But it's hard for us to find Kikongo content creator and Kimbundu as well. That will make my life difficult. Yeah, but when I look around these all languages I mentioned, like English, Spanish, yeah, it's easy. If I have difficulty to conjugate the verb to be right now, I just need to pick my phone up and go on Google and see how to conjugate the verb to be. What about it in Kikongo?
Yeah, this is one of, you've touched a great point when it comes to content about the local languages. I have to say, as a teacher of Kikongo, it's a little bit difficult. I remember when I embraced this career of teaching Kikongo, it was difficult for me to select the content to teach. And that was kind of being creative.
Okay.
Yeah, I needed to be creative in order to update or even bring the content. Yeah, it was really tough for me. And one of the support I had, that's because I'm an English teacher.
Okay,
I come
yeah.
from, I have ELT experience, so that helped me a lot to create my own syllabus to teach Kikongo. Of course, if you go on internet, you are only going to find summarized tips of Kikongo. If you go on YouTube, you will see some tips of YouTube. People trying to speak, but not the content itself well organized.
Yeah.
So this is one of the difficulty we've been going through.
That's why I went against you
Yeah.
when you said you can speak 3 or more. Yes, I can because I'm exposed. To these languages.
Well, why have I said that? It's a matter of you're not going to learn from internet. For example, you have to go, you have to find someone to teach you. For example, if right now you decide to learn Kikongo, so I'm the right guy to teach you.
Yeah, surely.
I'm here. So internet, you won't find anything.
But
Some rest tips.
yes. What about when you are not here and I'm willing to practice Kikongo? What I would do?
Nowadays the things become easier. We have an internet, we have phones. We can talk on WhatsApp, phone calls. I'm always available.
Yeah. Can AI understand Kikongo?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. At least I practice English with AIs.
If you
Either
if you
Spanish-
try to write something, AI, will bring some tips.
Okay.
We tell you what is Kikongo and at least some tests, but not fully.
Okay, good. Is Lingala an Angolan local language?
No. No. Lingala is originally from Congo, the Republic Democratic of Congo.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you speak it?
I just can say Motemanangai.
Yeah.
There is a singer,
great language.
Kanda. He sings Motemanangai ezayo, Sante nangai ezayo, and other things I forgot, but I really love it. I love it a lot. And even Kikongo speakers, we have Kota Socorro, Satangana, and Nzara and Dalton. I really love them a lot.
I wish you were able to understand those songs.
Yeah, but that's the case. I could see that there is a huge importance of learning local languages.
Yes.
But I want to know something from you. You say that local languages refer to identity as well.
Exactly.
So I'm from Ouija. I don't speak Kikongo. Do you think I don't have identity? Yeah, tell me.
Unfortunately, I have to say yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I will show you my ID card.
Let me tell you what.
I will show you my ID card.
Anyone you come across with might be confused when I look at you. Yeah, so maybe let's say that our physical aspect, of course, may confuse. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, when I look at you, so I don't know exactly. Come on, where Mr. Gilles might be from? But if you try to release some Kikongo's words, this guy is from North Angola, and maybe from Wish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah. So language is important. Of course. Local language is better saying.
I'm trying to make up a word or sentence in Kikongo. Ndolo mumbole.
Ndolo mumbole. Okay.
Am I right?
Ndolo mumbole. Do you know the meaning?
I always heard my mom saying this.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just know what mbole is.
Mbole.
But
What
Ndolo
is it?
mumbole.
Farm.
Farm. Yes.
Yeah.
At least
let's go to
it's
farm.
enough. It's enough. If people are confused whether I'm from Wiz or not, I'll just say Ndolo mumbole.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. What's your problem? We still have time. Yeah. What else I want to know? Oh my goodness. Do you think that as Kikongo teacher, you need someone to sponsor your project, to go on, something like that? Yes.
Yeah, we need, of course, we need. Though we already have a project which is CISAC.
Yes.
Yeah, CISAC is it became academy,
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes to Kikongo language teaching or learning,
Yes.
the name CISAC is always coming in people's mind. That through the project I've been taking into account.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So, let me. Oh my goodness, it slipped my mind. Okay, do you just form speakers or teachers as well? Because it's different. I may teach you to be an English speaker and also teach you to become an English teacher. What about in your case? Do you form Kikongo teachers or just Kikongo speakers?
Well, for the time being, I'm only focus teaching speakers.
Speakers.
Yeah, only speakers.
And why no teacher? If you teach teachers as well,
Okay,
your work will be easier because there will be other teachers at other sports as well doing the same thing.
Well, of course, this project, this is a matter of organization.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, if today I'm teaching, forming speakers, why not to form teachers as well, knowing that we have a lack of teachers of Congo in the country? Yeah, maybe it's one of the suggestions. Maybe one day, of course, I will also begin teaching or training people to be able to teach Kikongo, because I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I also want to have a team so that we can work together. Though we are going to we'll be receiving stones coming from some other guys. Why am I saying stones? There are guys I could receive comments like, Danny, why are you teaching Kikongo? So what do you mean? Where are you going with the Kikongo?
Yeah.
Can you see? Yeah, it was like, as teacher Sensible has said previously, that when someone speaks Kikongo, when someone speaks the local language, not only Kikongo, but local language, like someone who's taking the steps back, giving the steps back. But that is not the way it is.
Yeah.
I feel proud being a Kikongo speaker. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really, like I don't have words to explain it.
Wow, very
When
good.
I speak Congo, I feel like connecting myself to my roots. Can you see? Yeah, that's it. Because I know that is something I was born with.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really
and
good.
you know what?
Not?
People sometimes doubt when I say that Kikongo is my mother tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other languages I learned later. The first language I spoke was Kikongo.
Okay, very
Yes.
good. So, what do people there on the other side came to in order to enroll and start learning Kikongo? It's
Well,
Isaac.
simple. Great question. To learn Kikongo at CISAC is very simple. It's just a matter of getting on Facebook. You have to write Centre de Formation CISAC. Search for Centre de Formation CISAC. You will see all details how to enroll yourself in Kikongo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
The lessons, the classes are online.
Okay,
I
very
tried to have like in person, like business class. Nobody came. That's what I understand. Okay, online
My
classes.
goodness.
I'm available to teach online. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
very good.
available online to teach
So, guys,
online.
you heard teacher Long Daniel.
Yeah.
If you want to learn Kikongo, you just go on Facebook and type CISAC Center.
Yeah.
And you will have all the details over there. You
Centre
may
de
enroll-
Formation CISAC.
Yes.
Or you can even search for me on Facebook,
Yeah.
Long Daniel, and text me.
I'm freelancer. You may call me and I will forward you to it.
That's it.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, here we are again for the last round, and for this round, I want to understand a little bit more about identity and our roots. Okay,
Yes.
identity, our roots, mother tongue, and things like that. My question is our identity based on what we live, on what surrounds us, or on what our parents lived? Is our the other question is our root where we were born or where our parents were born? Is our mother tongue the language we were born speaking, or the language originally from the place where we were born?
Great questions. Yeah, I love it. Well, talking about identity, so I have to say it's a matter of culture. Okay, identity is, when we talk about culture, we are involving many aspects, such as the food, the way we dress, music, and of course the language.
So you mean that if I speak and dress, eat what people from France do, I am
You become
France. I
not exactly. You are just adopting to their reality, but deep down that is not your culture. The culture is when you represent where you came from.
The culture is what represents you.
Where you came from.
Where you come from. Okay, what
as I
represents.
said, 'cause,
Yeah.
When it comes to Congo culture, we have our funge, we have fumba, takamadeso. Have you ever tried on takamadeso?
Yeah. This is what. By the way, that's one of my favorite dishes.
You see,
Yeah.
So that represents our identity from Congo as we are.
Good. So let's talk about that person, that boy who their parents Angolan, but then they went to the United States of America. The person was born there, so every food the one who was born eating is American. Okay, although how can I? Well, I'm lost. Yeah, unless those more dishes that they keep saving from Angola and things like that.
Yeah.
The language he speaks is from the United States of America. So, and then the one comes here is the one, let's say, Angolan
I can see
or American. Because I think that we are going to identify him as an American.
Yeah.
The way he will behave, the way he will speak, the way the foods that he will eat will be almost, let's say, American, you see.
So in this case, all I have to say, this boy has double identity.
Double identity.
Yeah. Why? Of course, he was born in the United States, but in the meantime, he has the roots from let's suppose from Africa. Yeah, that through his parents. Yeah, and there is one question you asked I didn't answer. When it comes to the language, if the language we speak, I don't know if something like the language we speak from the place where we were born is our
mother tongue.
Mother tongue. Yeah, there is a slight problem here, and I often see people confusing this. Mother tongue, no matter if it's the language spoken from the place where you were born, mother tongue is the first language you speak when you come up in the world.
Okay, yeah, because I saw something like that also. I think that was in a debate. Yeah, someone also say the same thing. He said, "You speak any local language?" No. So your mother tongue is Portuguese. Why? Because you were born speaking Portuguese.
Portuguese, exactly. Yeah. I remember when I was at school, that when I was attending my teacher training school, that is, I profit to make the publicities in Wish, Cor Maria Wish. So we learned this. So there are differences. Mother tongue is the language that someone speaks, the language you learn speaking with. And they confuse the term of regional languages. Like the local languages. Yeah, local language, for example, Kikongo. If a kid was born in Makela Luzombo Township, of course, we know in Makela, Kikongo is spoken, Lingala is spoken, and this kid learned speaking Lingala or Portuguese. We know that the local language from Makela is Kikongo.
Kikongo, yeah.
So his mother tongue, or her mother tongue is Kilingala.
Okay, so what about if someone speaks only a regional language, a local language?
Local language.
Let's suppose someone who was born
Yes.
in Benguela, there in the
In the bush,
so
down
far
there.
from the
Yes.
city, so far from the city. The one speaks only the local language.
Yeah.
From there. Is his mother tongue the local language he speaks?
Exactly. It will be both the mother tongue and the local language. Because
okay.
he learned speaking his local language, and it's also his
Good. So
mother
our
tongue.
mother tongue can also be our local
Local.
our local language can also be our mother tongue.
Well, of course, let's understand the concept of local. Local is being
It's a
is
regional
the origin of the language.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the origin of the language. That we're talking about the local language, Congo, Umbundu, and whatever are from here, from Angola. Yeah, so that's why we consider them to be the local language.
Okay.
Where is mother tongue? That is the first language you speak.
You speak.
For example, teacher, what is your mother tongue?
Portuguese.
You see, mine is Kikongo.
But
mine is Kikongo.
Okay, but I wouldn't say only Portuguese because I grew up speaking two languages, as I said before.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up speaking both Portuguese
Yeah.
and Ngoya because of the place I was born. My grandparents, even my mother, they used to mix Portuguese and Ngoya.
Okay.
Because sometimes they learned their mother tongue is Ngoya, and they learned Portuguese. So there are many things that they weren't able to express in Portuguese, and they had the necessity of using their local language, which is Ngoya.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
That's it. I grew up kind of this side, learning Portuguese and Ngoya, but then I was taken from that area, from the village to the center of, the center of Kwanza Sul, and there unfortunately
Kwanza Sul.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, so I would like to that were the points, or those were the points that I would like to understand before we finish this this episode. So, could you share with us 3 idiomatic expressions? We know every language has idiomatic expressions. So, could you share with us 2 idiomatic expressions from Kikongo to English?
I have idiomatic expressions. So why that?
Let's go.
Anyway, okay, we have a lot. Okay, we have a lot.
2. We only need 2. One.
Yeah, let me say this. For example, will you understand? Will you understand?
No, just say I will. Probably I will. In English.
Okay, let me provide sentences. Okay, let me provide sentences. Like, it's like nakatukwenda nzila mosiko kumbani nkutako.
Nakatukwenda
nzila mosiko.
Natakukwenda nzila mosiko
kumbani nkutako.
Kumbani
nkutako. Look at you.
Kumbani
nkutako.
Kumbani kutako.
Okay, and that means if you are not going to help me, just don't stick around me.
Okay.
Yeah, leave me alone. This is
son of Breezy.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want help, so.
Yeah. You better leave.
Yeah.
And the other one is Vonda Mboma Mpidi. Vonda Mpidi Mboma La. Can you repeat? Repeat after me.
Let's go.
Vonda Mpidi Mboma La.
Vonda Pidi. Again. No.
Vonda Mpidi.
Vonda Pidi. Ngomala.
Vonda Mpidi Mboma La.
Vonda Pidi Mbomala.
Yeah, that means be short.
Be short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be short and precise.
Stick to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be short. Just when someone is taking it long, or when someone wants to like boot around the beach while speaking, you can tell it. In the Congo, we often say Vonda Mpidi Mboma La.
Okay, good. So last one, which should be the advice that we should share, that you should share with people who is watching us, and also I want you to mention that part that we were talking offline, where you mentioned that Brazilians, they come here in Angola, they learn our stuff, they learn our culture, our languages, then they go to Brazil, they write articles, books about our local languages, then they come back and sell those books to us.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention this point.
Great point. It's truly important to you watching on the other side. If you don't have reasons why you should learn the local languages, let me tell you this. We learn English and some other languages because we know what they mean to us. They open doors and some other reasons. Now, the reason number one for you to learn the local languages is the identity. That is what we've said already. For example, my people from Kikongo, you from Esba Congo as you are, if you don't know how to speak Kikongo, it's a little bit painful for me, so I have to say that. Yeah, you should learn that because of your identity, okay? Because of where you came from. And the other point is, people abroad are really Angolan, okay? Those Angolan who are abroad, they are giving a certain value to the local language, that because they can live or they can see the reality of some Africans out there speaking their local language in their environment, in their surroundings. And that is something that doesn't happen to Angolan community when they are abroad. I'm saying this because I have the proof. I am a teacher of Kikongo, and I know most of my students who I brought, this has been the statement they bring when they brought the course.
And we have been seeing also many influencers, Angolan influencers, when they go to the United States of America.
Yeah.
We Angolans are like that. Whenever they go to Brazil, they become Brazilians. Whenever they go to the United States of America, they become Americans.
Yeah.
If they go to Portugal, they become Portuguese. Even their Portuguese changes, you see?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, and answer the other point is, of course, we are having our tools or the language stolen. I have said that. We're having the contents we've been using are coming from Brazil and some other country. It means those abroad, they come and they get what is ours, and later they sell it to us. We have a white speaking Kikongo. I have come across with a Portuguese speaking Kikongo very well. Yeah, so when they ask, well, where did you learn Kikongo? Oh, I have lived just many years in Angola. So he speaks Kikongo. And one of the students, that was funny. One of my students, once in Portugal, he came across with somebody from Cape Verde. Yeah, Cape Verde. Yeah, so that guy was speaking Kikongo fluently. And the guy said he was a kind of wondering, come on, you speak Kikongo. Where are you from? He said, no, I'm from Cape Verde. Hey. How comes? Where are you from? I'm from Angola, but I don't know how to speak Kikongo. So When
Hell.
the guy came in Angola, he called me immediately. No, teacher, I want to
learn Kikongo.
because what I've seen, come on, I don't want to see it again.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
that's a shame.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of hiding myself because I came across with somebody who is not from my country, but he can speak
Kikongo.
Congo very well.
About teaching Kikongo, do you win more? Do you earn more money? I'm talking about money. Do you earn more teaching Kikongo or English?
Yeah, this is separate. This is separate. But anyway, okay. Let me make it known. Okay, let me make it known just to make the people out there understand that not only English and some other languages can provide opportunities. From Kikongo, of course, I get some more funfa. Okay, I get some great money. Yes,
good.
I get
But
great
do you
money.
think you are earning enough as you should with English, or you teach both?
Yeah,
Kikongo
I
and
teach both. I teach
okay,
English and also Kikongo.
Okay,
That is exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
So thank you. We Angolans, we really thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's always very good to have young people like you. That's always good to have somebody like you in our generation,
Yes.
Gen Z, on fire. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, we really have great young people in Angola, as well as we have bad. So we should focus more on those who really share positive things. And now you shared this with us. Playing sure that we are going to motivate people there on the other side, learning Congo, because those who already speak English, they know a bit more the value of the language.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
So if they learn English and they kind of understand more about the British or the American culture, if they learn Congo, they should learn a bit more about the Angolan
Yes.
culture. You
Yeah,
see?
and that's the point,
Yeah,
because the
yeah.
more you learn a certain language, you are learning the culture of
course.
the culture of that language.
Language, of course.
Yeah, as
of
we
course.
do in English, so we speak English, and then indirectly we are diving into the culture of where the English from.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, teacher Daniel. Yeah,
Thank
that
you
was
so
nice
much.
to have
It's
you here.
the pleasure is all mine.
Good.
Yeah.
Guys, that was good.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, thank you for watching us till the end of this episode. And never forget, we are at Casa de Fluência. The fluency you're looking for is right here.
Here.
See you now.